Have you ever felt like something in your life just doesn't add up? Like the world is moving, but you're not really in control? That feeling, that suspicion, is exactly what the Matrix turned into a cultural revolution. In 1999, when the world was still adjusting to the internet age, the Matrix dropped a question so powerful, it burned into our collective consciousness. What is real? The film follows Neo, a hacker who starts to sense that his world is a lie. Enter Morpheus, a mentor figure who offers Neo a choice that has since become legendary. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. 2 pills. 2 realities. 2 futures. The blue pill. It's the easy path. Stay asleep. Live in comfort. Believe the lie. The red pill. It's dangerous. It's disorienting. But it's the truth. And here's what made it revolutionary. It wasn't just about Neo. It was about us. Suddenly everyone began asking, am I living in a dream? What if my job, my relationships, my goals are just part of someone else's script? The Matrix didn't invent awakening, but it gave us a language for it. A visual, visceral metaphor for the eternal human choice. Live in illusion, or wake up to reality, no matter how painful. And this is why, 25 years later, the red pill versus blue pill isn't just a meme or a movie quote. It's a philosophy, a movement, a challenge that still echoes today. What would you choose? Truth or comfort? The term red pill gets thrown around a lot today. Some say it's about masculinity, others claim it's anti-feminist. To many, it sounds like just another angry internet trend. But that's not what the red pill truly means. At its core, the red pill is not about gender. It's not about rebellion. It's not even about being edgy or different. It's about one thing: waking up. Waking up from the illusion you were taught to call reality. Waking up from the lies that were fed to you since childhood. Waking up to the invisible systems that control how you think, feel, and live. The red pill is the moment you realize most of what you believe isn't even yours. It was given to you through media, through school, through culture. You were taught what success is, what beauty is, what happiness is. You were shown a life to chase, not a life to question. That's media manipulation. You were told to buy more, post more, compare more, to always feel like you're missing something until you spend more. That's consumer programming. Even your emotions were shaped. You were taught to avoid pain, to fake positivity, to suppress your shadow. That's emotional conditioning. And then, one day, you wake up and everything feels fake. That's the red pill. It's the moment you stop blaming others and start reclaiming yourself. Because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. And once you know the system, you can no longer be a slave to it. But here's the catch. Taking the red pill doesn't just show you the truth. It demands something from you in return. Radical self-awareness. Total responsibility. No more excuses. The red pill means accepting that you were asleep and choosing to stay awake, even when it hurts. It's not easy, it's not popular, but it's real. So no, the red pill isn't toxic. It's terrifying, it's painful, but it's freedom. And that's what makes it worth it. The blue pill is warm, it's safe, it's familiar. It whispers, everything is fine. Don't ask questions, just enjoy the ride. And that's exactly why most people take it. Not once, but every single day. Because the blue pill isn't just a choice, it's a lifestyle. It's scrolling endlessly on Instagram, filtering your face until you don't recognize it. It's binging shows on Netflix just to avoid your thoughts. It's buying things you don't need to impress people who aren't even looking. It's numbness disguised as happiness. The blue pill tells you, don't think too much. Don't dig too deep. Don't feel what hurts. Instead, it feeds you dopamine, quick hits, short videos, instant likes, endless validation. But in exchange, you give up something you don't even notice slipping away: your consciousness. The blue pill is modern life on autopilot. It's fitting in with the crowd, repeating what you hear, following what trends, without ever stopping to ask, why? Why do I feel anxious even after 3 hours of entertainment? Why do I feel empty after doing what everyone else is doing? Why does life feel like a loop, beautiful on the outside, hollow on the inside? Because the blue pill isn't evil, it's just easy. And easy is addictive. It offers comfort without clarity, safety without growth, pleasure without purpose. And here's the truth no one wants to admit. Most people will spend their entire lives here. In illusion, in denial, smiling on the surface, disconnected underneath. They'll never take the red pill, not because they can't, but because they don't want to. Because once you wake up, you can't go back. So they stay asleep, wrapped in comfort, drowning in noise, scared of silence. But if you've ever looked around and thought, there has to be more than this, then maybe, just maybe, you're not meant for the blue pill life. You're meant to wake up. Everyone talks about the red pill like it's cool, like it's edgy, like it's some aesthetic lifestyle where you suddenly see through the system and become enlightened. But here's what they don't show you. The red pill hurts, not like a punch, not like a heartbreak. It's deeper than that. It's the kind of pain that shakes your very sense of self. Because when you take the red pill, really take it, you're not just learning the truth. You're watching everything you believed in fall apart. You'll realize your identity was built on lies, that the things you once chased, money, status, validation, were never really yours to begin with. You'll start to see how your fears were planted, how your confidence was conditioned, how the people around you, even the ones you love, might still be asleep. And when that happens, you will feel alone. You will lose friends. You will lose comfort. You might even lose parts of yourself. The fantasies you once clung to about love, success, purpose, they'll shatter. And in that silence, something terrifying will stare back at you. The truth. But here's where most people turn back. They want the truth, but not the consequences. They want awakening without the pain of breaking. But that's not how transformation works. The red pill doesn't save you. It destroys the version of you that was never real. So the real you can finally emerge. It's not rebellion, it's rebirth. It's the moment when you stop asking, what do they want me to be? And start asking, who am I without the noise? Yes, the red pill hurts, but pain is not your enemy. Lies are. Because behind that pain is freedom. Not the fake kind sold to you on a billboard, but real, raw, dangerous freedom. The kind that makes you think for yourself, feel for yourself, live for yourself. You won't be popular. You won't be understood. You may even be hated, but you'll be free. You'll be clear. And for the first time, you'll be you. So you've taken the red pill. You've seen the illusion. You've felt the shock. You know the system is broken. You know most of what you were told was a lie. But now comes the question most people avoid. Now that you know, what will you do? Because the red pill isn't just about waking up. It's about what you do after. It's not just knowledge, it's action. It's easy to be angry at the world, to call out the lies, to post quotes about truth and consciousness. But knowing isn't enough. The real test begins when you decide to live according to that truth, even when it costs you comfort, even when no one claps for you, even when everything inside you wants to go back to sleep. Taking the red pill means choosing responsibility, not just for your thoughts, but for your life. It means healing yourself, not blaming your past. Owning your patterns, not outsourcing your pain. Facing your shadow, not pretending to be woke. You stop playing the victim. You stop pointing at society, at your parents, at the government, and you ask, what can I rebuild from the ruins? Because yes, the system is broken. But now that you see it, what will you build that's real? Will you keep scrolling through red pill content? Keep analyzing what's wrong with the world? Keep identifying with the problem? Or will you rise above it? Responsibility means building something real, not just consuming ideas, but living them. It means creating a life that reflects your truth, not your trauma, not your programming, you. It's saying no to the fake relationships, fake goals, fake happiness, and saying yes to the unknown, to the silence, the stillness, the truth that doesn't scream for attention, but quietly demands everything you've got. The red pill is not a badge, it's a burden, but it's also a gift. Because once you take full responsibility for your life, no one can control you again. Not the media, not the system, not your past. Because now you know, you are the creator, you are the answer. You are the path, and that is what freedom truly means. The red pill didn't begin with the Matrix. That was just the modern retelling. The real story? It goes back thousands of years, through the minds of the greatest philosophers in history. Because long before Neo chose truth over illusion, Plato, Jung, and Nietzsche were already asking the same question. What is real? And are you brave enough to face it? Start with Plato. He gave us the allegory of the cave. A metaphor so timeless, it still explains how most of us live today. Imagine people chained in a dark cave. They can't move. They can't turn around. All they can see are shadows on the wall, cast by a fire behind them. To them, those shadows are reality. Then, one prisoner breaks free. He stumbles out of the cave, blinded by sunlight. At first it's painful, but then he sees the real world. Trees, sky, people, things he never knew existed. That's the red pill. It's not glorious. It's not fun. It hurts. Because it exposes how limited your old truth really was. And yet, once you see it, you can't go back. The others stay in the cave, mocking the one who escaped, calling him crazy. Sound familiar? Plato wasn't just describing a cave. He was describing us. Now, Carl Jung believed that every human being carries a shadow, the part of us we deny, suppress, or hide. Our envy, our rage, our trauma, our insecurities. Taking the red pill means turning inward, looking in the mirror and facing what we've buried. Most people avoid it. They distract, numb, project. They keep living on the surface. But Jung taught, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you'll call it fate. The red pill is that confrontation, the radical act of looking your darkness in the eye and saying, I see you, you're part of me, but you no longer control me. And then comes Nietzsche, the philosopher who shattered illusions and dared to ask, if everything you've been taught is a lie, what now? When Nietzsche said, God is dead, he wasn't mocking religion. He was warning us. The old truths are dying. The systems are collapsing. Now you must create meaning or be swallowed by meaninglessness. This is where most people fall apart. They wake up and they spiral. They think the red pill is the end, but Nietzsche said no. The red pill is just the beginning, because once the illusions die, you are free to become the Übermensch, the one who rises from ashes and builds a life with purpose, intention, and truth. So no, the red pill isn't just a trend. It's not a meme or a movement. It's a philosophical awakening. From Plato's shadows to Jung's inner darkness to Nietzsche's terrifying freedom. It's the decision to live with eyes wide open, even when the truth burns. Because illusion is comfort, but truth is power. If this resonated with you, don't just watch. Wake up. Hit that like button, drop a comment saying I choose the red pill, and subscribe to this channel. This isn't just content, it's a call to consciousness. And if you've made it this far, maybe you were meant to answer it.